Northern Ireland, the Troubles, decades of conflict, violence and division tore at the very fabric of society. Alf McCreary, a seasoned journalist, found himself at the heart of it all. His new book, Keeping the Faith, takes readers on a journey through this turbulent period. McCreary's lens is not one of a distant observer. He doesn't just report the facts, he delves into the heart of the conflict. He captures the human stories. The pain, the resilience, the hope, it's all there. McCreary's experience covering the Troubles is extensive. He witnessed firsthand the devastating consequences of division. He saw the impact on individuals, families, and communities, but amidst the darkness, he also saw glimmers of hope. He met extraordinary individuals who, despite their suffering, clung to their faith. They sought peace. They worked tirelessly to rebuild their shattered lives. Keeping the faith is their story. This is not a dry historical account, it's a deeply personal and moving narrative. McCreary's writing is engaging and accessible. He seamlessly weaves personal anecdotes with historical context. This approach brings the Troubles to life. It allows readers to truly understand the complexities of the conflict. Alf McCreary is more than just a journalist. He's a truth seeker. In the midst of the Troubles, where propaganda and misinformation were rife, he remained committed to reporting the facts. He understood the power of truth. He knew that it was essential for peace and reconciliation. McCreary's integrity was tested time and again. He faced pressure from all sides. Paramilitaries threatened him. Politicians tried to manipulate him. But he never wavered. He refused to be silenced. He continued to shine a light on the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it made people. His courage came at a cost. He received death threats. He lived with the constant fear of violence. But he believed that his work was essential. He knew that people needed to know the truth. They needed to understand the human cost of the conflict. McCreary's commitment to truth-seeking journalism is an inspiration. He is a shining example of the importance of a free and independent press. His work is a testament to the power of journalism to hold power to account and to give voice to the voiceless. Truth is a powerful weapon. It can expose lies and injustice. It can challenge those in power. And in times of conflict, truth-seeking journalism is more important than ever. During the Troubles, journalists like Alf McCreary played a vital role. They provided an objective account of events. They challenged the narratives of both sides. They gave a voice to the victims of violence. They held those in power accountable. But truth-seeking journalism is not just about reporting the facts, it's about understanding the context, it's about listening to all sides of the story, it's about giving a voice to those who are often marginalized and silenced. McCreary's work exemplifies these principles. He didn't just report on the violence, he explored the root causes of the conflict. He spoke to people from all walks of life, he listened to their stories, he sought to understand their perspectives. Amidst the violence and division, McCreary encountered remarkable stories of compassion. He met individuals who, despite their own suffering, reached out to help others. They crossed sectarian divides, they built bridges of understanding, they offered hope in the midst of despair. There was the story of a Catholic priest who risked his life to protect Protestant families from attack. There was the story of a Protestant woman who opened her home to a Catholic family who had been bombed out of their house. These acts of kindness, though small, offered a glimmer of hope in a dark time. They showed that even in the midst of conflict, humanity could prevail. McCreary tells these stories with sensitivity and compassion. He understands the power of these acts of kindness. He recognizes that they represent the best of humanity. They are a testament to the power of empathy and the enduring belief in our shared humanity. Section 5. Unsung Heroes, the silent architects of peace. History remembers the leaders, the politicians, the negotiators, but what about the ordinary people who work tirelessly for peace, the ones who don't seek recognition? McCreary's book shines a light on these unsung heroes. There were community workers who organized cross-community events. There were teachers who promoted understanding and tolerance in their classrooms. There were mothers who marched for peace, demanding an end to the violence. These individuals may not have had the power or influence of politicians, but their contributions were no less significant. They worked at the grassroots level, they built relationships, they fostered trust, they created the conditions for peace. McCreary recognizes their invaluable contributions. He understands that lasting peace cannot be achieved through political agreements alone. It requires a change in hearts and minds. And that change often starts at the community level. Section 6. The complex interplay of faith and politics. Religion played a complex and often contradictory role in the Troubles. It was often used to justify violence, but it was also a source of comfort and solace for many. McCreary explores this complex interplay with nuance and sensitivity. He acknowledges the role of religious leaders in exacerbating tensions, but he also highlights the work of those who sought to build bridges between communities. He tells the stories of priests and ministers who worked together to promote peace and reconciliation. McCreary's analysis avoids simplistic judgments. He recognizes that religion is not a monolithic force. It can be used for good or evil. It all depends on how it's interpreted and practiced. Section 7. Finding hope in the midst of despair. Keeping the faith is not just a chronicle of conflict, it's a testament to the enduring power of hope. Even in the darkest of times, McCreary found reasons for optimism. He saw it in the resilience of the human spirit. He saw it in the tireless work of peace builders. He saw it in the small acts of kindness that offered a glimmer of light in a dark time. Hope is a powerful force. It can sustain us through difficult times. It can inspire us to keep fighting for a better future. And in the context of the Troubles, hope was essential. McCreary's book reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, hope can flourish. It can inspire us to believe that change is possible. It can give us the strength to keep working for a more peaceful and just world. Section 8. The power of forgiveness. Healing the wounds of the past. Forgiveness is often seen as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it takes incredible strength to forgive, to let go of anger and resentment, to choose compassion over hatred. McCreary's book explores the transformative power of forgiveness in the context of the Troubles. He tells the stories of victims who found the courage to forgive their perpetrators. He highlights the work of organizations that facilitated dialogue and reconciliation between former enemies. These stories are both inspiring and challenging. They remind us that forgiveness is possible, even in the face of unimaginable suffering. But forgiveness is not about condoning violence or forgetting the past. It's about acknowledging the pain that was caused. It's about seeking understanding. It's about breaking the cycle of violence and creating a more just and peaceful future. Section 9. Keeping the Faith. A testament to human resilience. Keeping the Faith is more than just a book about the Troubles. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's a story about the power of hope, compassion, and forgiveness. McCreary's book is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the complexities of the Northern Ireland conflict. But it's also a powerful reminder of the importance of these values in our own lives. It's a call to action to be peacemakers in our own communities, to stand up for what's right, to never lose hope in the face of adversity. Section 10. A call to action, lessons for today's world. The Troubles may be over, but the lessons we can learn from them are timeless. McCreary's book is a stark reminder of the dangers of division, the importance of truth, and the transformative power of compassion and forgiveness. In today's world, where polarization and conflict are on the rise, these lessons are more relevant than ever. We must be vigilant in our defense of truth. We must seek to understand those who are different from us. We must never give up on hope, and we must always strive to build a more just and peaceful world. Keeping the Faith is a powerful and timely book that offers hope and inspiration for our own turbulent times. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can prevail. It is a call to action to be peacemakers in our own right and to never lose faith in the power of hope, compassion, and forgiveness.